Thanks, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 23 of my favorite 30 drummers of all time. We've been looking at it each and every day here this month in November, 30 days in the month. Our 30 favorite drummers across all styles, all genres. We're going to count them down each and every day. We'll get to my number one pick on the 30th of November. So let me get the Prezi app thing going on today so we can bring to the table this very, very cool, great American drummer who has played with some fairly significant bands. He's been a mainstay on the scene pretty much since he was a real young dude in the late 70s and ever since. And let's upload the image so you can see who my pick is for today. That would be none other than Mr. Vinnie Appice, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Younger brother of Carmine, Appice. I wish these guys would just say their name the same way. I mean, you've heard the whole story, right? Carmine changed the pronunciation to Appice because everybody, kept screwing up the pronunciation of his last name, which I believe it's a peach or a peach, something like that is the Italian way to say it. So you got Appice, 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 whatever. But we've been calling them the different pronunciations for a million years. Carmine Appice, Vinnie Appice, whatever. Anyway, great drummer, of course. Got his start playing with Rick Derringer in the 70s. It was with that very cool short-lived band Axis. Of course, then got the call for Black Sabbath to replace Bill Ward. Right around the time of the Mob Rules album. We played with Sabbath for a little bit during that period. Then, of course, he and Ronnie James Dio left to go do the Dio band. Eventually, they would come back to Sabbath once again and then leave. And so Vinny was going back and forth. And what Vinny is doing these days, he does a lot of these kind of tours, drum tours with his brother, and does lots of clinics and things. Of course, he's got the Last in Line band going as well with Vivian Campbell and a few other folks. So, Vinny has been keeping busy. And yeah, just one of the coolest drummers. And he's is the drummer for a period in Black Sabbath that all Sabbath fans really love quite a bit. So yeah, he had to be on my list without a doubt. And let me talk about the three albums here. So of course, my number one here is going to be Mob Rules because it absolutely rules. His drumming is amazing on here. Now again, very different drummer from Bill Ward. Now, Bill Ward, classic Sabbath drummer. Bill's got a bit more swing, got a little more jazz in his sound, plays usually behind the beat where Vinny's on the beat. But man, Vinny's just so hard hitting. I often liken Vinny's style to Cozy Powell a little bit. He's definitely that heavy-handed type of drummer and just drives all these songs, whereas Bill kind of swayed and did his thing around those songs. Both great, right? Just different. Vinny, much, much more of a straightforward player, I think. And, maybe for some of this type of material, perfect for the 80s Sabbath, right? So, yeah, some great stuff on, Turn Up the Night, Voodoo, title track is so good. Falling Off the Edge of the World, Sign of the Southern Cross, all these great songs, just so good. And and he's produced so well by Martin Birch on this album. So well. Very, very prominent in the mix and just just massive sounding stuff. Love it. Not the flashiest drummer in the world. That was never his thing, but just a perfect guy to have in the band for an album like this, I think. Album number two, I'm going to go with, got to go with Holy Diver from Dio. Just have to do it. I mean, and I almost picked it as my favorite drum performance. Stand Up and Shout is terrific. Most people think of Dio's venomous vocals on that, and Vivian Campbell's just kick-ass guitar work, right? I mean, the riff is just such a killer song to start off a killer album. But man, let's go and listen. Really, really hone in and listen to Vinny's drumming on this song. It's absolutely terrific. Really, really good. It's probably as flashy as Vinny gets. Really good. And of course, you got Holy Diver and Gypsy and Caught in the Middle, Don't Talk to Strangers, Rainbow in the Dark, all this great stuff on here. Again, he is the backbone of everything going on with this. And then I'm going to pick Dehumanizer from Sabbath, right? Their reunion album in the 90s. Uh, Again, he's produced so well on this album. And Computer God, Letters from Earth, Master of Insanity, just crashing away throughout the whole album. And this album is just so dark and so crushingly heavy, even heavier than Mob Rules, I feel. And Vinny is up for the challenge every step of the way, folks. Just so good. So yeah, those are my three albums. So Dehumanizer, Holy Diver, and Mob Rules. So like I said, I had a really hard time honing in on that one favorite drum performance. It was originally going to be Stand Up and Shout. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, sometimes less is more. And sometimes a drummer can wow you with their performance while they're doing very little, but they're accentuating the tone of a song. So ultimately, I went back to Sign of the Southern Cross from Mob Rules because I think even though like Vinny's not doing anything flashy on that, just the tone of that song, boom, and the riffs crash in after that kind of eerie, mellow beginning, right? Vinny is he's pushing Iommi's riffs so much higher. And Vinny's not doing anything like out of the ordinary, but his kind of plodding, heavy, impactful drumming just absolutely takes that song and really elevates it. It makes Iommi's riffs all the more menacing. It pushes Geezer's bass even higher. That's what a great drummer can do. It's like it's fine. You can do all this flashy stuff underneath. That's great too, because we all love that. But man, when you're just doing simplistic stuff that just makes the song all the more dramatic, all the more impactful, all the more heavy, based on your simple but effective drum blast, that's a really good thing. So yeah, Sign of the Southern Cross is my pick for favorite drum performance from Vinnie Appice. But these are my three favorite albums featuring his drumming. No bad ones, but yeah, just so good. So let us know what you think of Vinnie Appice down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 23. And we'll see you tomorrow for number 22. Till then, this is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together, all the damn time. In fact, all the damn time. In just a little while, we've got Martin Popoff coming in to the Funhouse. We're going to finish up this goofy and heavy song thing we've been doing for the last month or so. We're going to do Blue Oyster Cult, the heavy songs, the best and worst in our opinion. So we've got 10 each, 10 heavies that we think are really great, and 10 of the heavy songs that maybe just not quite so great, our least favorite of them. And that's coming up in just a little bit. Blue Oyster Cult, tune in for that. We got the Professor's Picks coming up later today. Jamie Laszlo and the review crew coming up tomorrow. And then I will be ranking the albums of Climax Blues Band on Sunday, my 10 favorite. They got a million albums, so I'm doing my top 10. So that's coming up on Sunday. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.